I am so excited. We have been preparing for this. We are ready for this. Easton University team, let's all just take a moment and thank the folks at Apple. Because I just got served up what's going on for the first time today, and nothing better has ever happened to us as certified master sales consultants as this new Apple update. This is the most wonderful thing that has ever happened to us in our career. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you're about to see it right here live. It is screening calls to be able to block out the salespeople, right? You got to say what the reason for your call is. You got to get, Matt, we've been trying to get past gatekeepers our whole life. Now I get somebody's mobile and I get a gatekeeper. Yup. And it's the best thing that has ever happened to you because you are skillful. You are on Easton University. You are using our sales process. Everybody else in the world isn't, including the person that Apple used for their demo. Sit back, enjoy. I'm going to play the demo for you, and now we're going to talk about why. And then after the demo, we're going to talk about why this is such a great thing for us.
Hi, if you record your name and reason for calling, I'll see if this person is available. Thanks, John. Please stay on the line.
Denied.
I'm sorry, this person is not available. If you'd like to leave an additional message, please reply after the tone. Please stay on the line. They said I can't talk right now. You can leave a message after the tone.
All right. Why the heck is this so good for us? Oh, let me explain. We're not Tim, although there might be a Tim on the Easton University session right now. Not you, Tim. The Tim that was calling on the Apple. Does anybody remember what Tim said as Tim was screened? Anybody remember what Tim said? I could play it back for you, but I won't. I'll save you the time, right? Hey, John, just calling to see if you had time for a chat, right? Right up there with, hey, Lloyd, just calling to see if you're just checking in. Just, hey, Blake, just following up, right? Hey, if you got 5 minutes, I'd love to show you how we can improve your logistics, right? Why is this so powerful for us? Because this is allowing us to actually start working our Easton University process before they even answer the phone. This is allowing us to get past that anxiety of sales call before the person answers. Let me explain. People are going to start getting a ton of calls and nothing because a lot of the spam and the bots, they're going to get this thing from Apple, abort. They don't even know how to deal with it. They're just going to hang up. So boom, there's 40% of the people calling our prospects off the table. The other 90% of the 60% that are left, probably 99%, what are they going to do? Exactly what Tim did in this scenario. Hey, I'm just calling to see if you have 5 minutes. Just checking in, just following up. I'd love to talk to you about our new product. I'd love to talk to you about your logistics. I'd love to talk to you about how your website's screwed up, right? Now what's going to happen because you're on Easton University is you're going to get screened by Apple and it's going to say, can you please tell me your name and the reason for your call? And a little Matt Easton is going to pop up on your shoulder. By the way, I've had this happen 3 times today. I got through on everyone and the call went really well because I said who I was. It's Matt Easton. I then proceeded to say how we're connected. We're connected on LinkedIn. I work with the top warehouses in the Midwest, whatever your connection is to that person, you've already learned it on Easton University, who you are, how you're connected. And then if it's an actual cold call, what are you giving them? The hook. You get to give Apple the hook. There is something going on that every medical device company is having to deal with. Nobody's talking about it. I wanted to make sure you were aware of it. And they're getting all of this on their phone before they answer. And they're literally looking at it. And it's giving them time to let that freaking marinate. And boom! They're seeing that and going, I better take this. They're now actually walking out of meetings to go, hey, yeah, what's going on? Okay? Let's say it's a deal that you already have going on in your pipeline. What do we not do at Easton University? We don't follow up. We don't check in. We don't call to see if you have any questions. So it's again going to ask you who you are and the reason for your call. It's Matt Easton with Easton University calling to see if it makes sense to get your team access to the sales coaching so we can take top line revenue from 9.7 million to over 14 million here before the end of this calendar year. You get to say all of that. And it gives you if they're like, well, they're not sure, can you give me more answer? It allows you to engage your prospects even more. And the world just got a lot less noisy because every amateur that's not on Easton University is going to be completely dumbfounded by this. And they're going to handle it exactly how they handle gatekeepers at companies, which is like crap. They don't know what they're doing. Right? I love them to talk to you about the person in charge. They fumble it. Okay? You're not going to fumble. Who you are, how you're connected. If it's a cold call, give them the hook. You're going to be able to give the hook to Apple. If it is follow-up, you're not following up, you're not checking in, you're not calling to see if you have any questions. You're calling to see if it makes sense to blank. Right? It's Matt Easton with Easton University calling to see if it makes sense to schedule that meeting with the board so we can talk about how sales coaching could help you guys get to your 2025 EBITDA targets ahead of schedule. Right? Calling to see if it makes sense to sign the agreement so you can. Right? Let's say they said they were going to sign the agreement and they didn't say the agreement. They didn't sign it yet. Right? Apple's going to say, what's the reason for your call? You're not going to say, I'm just calling to check in, just calling to follow up, just calling to see if you have any questions on the contract. Wanted to make sure you had the contract so you can. Right? Yes, they can now respond. Yes, I have the contract. Perfect. I'll call you at 4:30 today if I haven't heard from you before then. Fair enough? You're going to be able to get a lot more business done and it's going to be a lot less noisy of an environment for you. If you are not excited about this, get excited about this because the amateurs are about to get wiped off the board with a freaking fire hose because you guys are following your process and they're not. I love you guys. I'm excited about this and you should be too. With that, I'm going to open it up to questions. Blake! The great and powerful Blake, everybody. We haven't seen Blake in a little bit. Blake, what is going on in your world? What questions do you have? Are you excited about the Apple stuff? Were you not excited and now you are? Were you always excited? I don't know.
Yeah, and then you don't have to be handy on your eject.
Correct.
Right?
Yeah, we don't even need to eject, right? Because they already know why we're calling. We can go right, Blake, I should pay you some money because you're like a consultant. Like, I didn't even think about that. What Blake is talking about, guys, is ECCP, Course 2, Easton Cold Calling and Prospecting. Normally, if it's a cold call, and they yellow, they answer like my dad used to answer the phone because he was a farmer, yellow, right? You have to kind of eject, right? Who you are, how you're connected. Just wanted to reach out to you personally because I don't think we've helped your team yet. Can I shoot you over a link to what we're doing? You don't have to do any of that, right? You can leave, you're going to get to go through your hook that you would have normally left on a voicemail hoping for them to call you back. You get to do that with the AI. It's amazing. Blake, I don't know if that's what you were asking about and probably something else. What you got? If you like this video, I got you. I'm going to hook you up. Click the link in my bio. I'm going to give you the closing mini masterclass. It's normally $300. I'm going to pay for everything. You're going to close a lot more business. You're going to make a lot more money. You're going to have a lot more fun. And you're going to be like, Matt Easton changed my life. And I'm going to be like, yes, I did. Did we just become best friends? And you're going to say, yes, we did. And then you and I are going to be best friends, and it'll be great. So click the link in my bio so we can be friends, and you can close more business, and I'll cover all the cost. See you there.